It's okay for a movie to be preachy if your main character is an actual preacher, right? Heaven is for Real stars Greg Kinnear as the father of a son who starts describing heaven after almost dying when he was 4. The true story is based on the best-selling book of the same name and follows young Colton's journey and the impact it has on those around him, especially his father. So it's been quite a month for faith-based films, no? So where does this one rank? Well, at the risk of sounding like the Goldilocks of reviewing Christian movies, if God's Not Dead was too hot and Noah was too cold, this one might be just right. First, some major props are due to Greg Kinnear. He is fabulous at this. It's a change of pace to see such quality actors in this kind of fare, and it pays off wonderfully here. His portrayal of Todd Burpo is nuanced and deep, allowing us to really explore the doubt and fear that this man must have had through so much of this time. And he's not the only one bringing it here. Thomas Hayden Church is also great as his friend. And Connor Coram, the very young kid who played Colton, and I should also mention bears a striking resemblance to the real-life Colton, managed to cover some pretty deep ground as well. But I really enjoyed the little things here too. The way the church reacted to the story, the way humor was effectively used, even the way the pastor and his wife flirted. Wait a second, Christians are sexual beings too? Come on now. Anyhow, all of it made for a very accessible telling of this incredible story. Plus the fact that this film very decidedly focused on his internal struggle of faith made the message feel like it was calling for more personal introspection rather than cultural inspection. Yet there are still some of the typical flaws present here as well. Despite the overall tone, some of the sections do get a little heavy-handed, and the movie also often seems to drag. Though I wonder how much of that is due to the fact that there are very few surprises here. This story is pretty well known, and the trailer gives away just about everything. So part of that interstitial boredom may just be that we kind of already know what's going to happen. But the worst thing for me? The music. They often say that the sign of a great score is that you'll never even notice it. Well, I noticed this one a lot. It was as if each overbearing note was pleading with us to feel a certain way. Not only that, but there were a couple of really powerful moments that I felt might have been better served by having the score completely drop out, and instead it was still there attempting to move us, but instead distracting us. Overall, Heaven is for Real is a well-done and thoughtful adaptation of an incredible story with a wonderful performance by Greg Kinnear. Even with some typical faith-based issues and music that is more annoying than emotional, I give it a B-. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. You can stay tuned for this review's best ever challenge here in a bit. But first, I'm going to put some stuff up over here you can click on if you want to subscribe, which I'd very much appreciate. You can do that by clicking the big gray subscribe button. If you want to see more, here are my takes on the new Johnny Depp flick, Transcendence, as well as Bears and A Haunted House 2. You can also click the logo right up here to go to yourmoviefriend.com, where you can search by title for reviews. And finally, this review's best ever challenge. This is where you name the best movie ever in a particular category and also try to identify my choice. What is the best movie featuring a child actor ever? Mine has probably had the phrase spoiler alert associated with it as much as its actual title. Drop your own answer and a guess at mine in the comments, and the first person to guess mine does get a point. Thanks, and please subscribe.